Hey guys, and we're now back with some more Atlas today. So we're gonna sort of like, I'm not really sure what we're gonna be doing today because obviously, I haven't really made any plans of what I want to do. I've just kind of been putting around a little bit lately. So we'll just see. We'll see how the how stuff are looking and everything, Because I had some damage on the docks yesterday, which I did fix up, but I'm gonna go check again to see what's been going on there as well. I'll look from up here though, because we have like a higher part here now on the roof. That does extend out a little bit more. So that part of the dock looks fine. That side looks fine, because there was holes in it last night and I don't understand where the holes are coming from other than like there's potentially something that was attacking the dock. But it just seemed very, very strange. Where Kitten's little fishing spot was last night, that was completely destroyed. Everything that was on there, the chair, the chest, everything was gone. I couldn't find a bag for it or anything last night, so I don't know what the hell happened there. There was a big gap that was like here, and two of these were missing last night, so I replaced them. Aha, I see grey ship. but I feel like there's some planks missing here. I'm sure I had that like blocked off there. I probably did. Hard to keep track of what shape I put this dock into at some point. We'll check this side though, make sure this side's alright. So we were missing like a good chunk of this last night. Like most of this bit had all gone. A few bits over here. I had to replace them and fix them up. Not sure what exactly was getting them, whether it's like a shark or something. I don't know. No idea. Absolutely no idea. How far it was supposed to go, wasn't it? It was like that, but there was a good space for a ship here. Not too worried about this side now, because originally there was supposed to be space for a bigger ship here, but because obviously these ships are here. So to be fair, I think the Seagull could give a little bit more. That's fine. It's absolutely fine. You probably could fit another small ship down here, like a little one. But it's all good. So how much food we got left over now? We've got quite a lot of pork pies and some fish chips. It's kind of sad that we can't really use these in the recipe for fish and chips. Like, the actual primed meat cannot be used in it. It's like you can only pretty much eat it, and as far as I know, there's no recipe that allows you to use the prime fish meat. You got this one. That one's cooked fish. I mean, whether that can also be prime fish, I don't know. We'll put it in there and see if it comes up on anything. Doesn't come up as cooked fish on there. Not on there. It's kind of sad because, you know, we've got a lot of prime meat and we can't really use it for anything because it won't register as actual just anything but primed meat. So it's just kind of like just sitting there because we're not eating separate foods on the island now. Like on this island in particular, we are just making more food that gives you the double vitamins. And the only like single vitamin food we are eating alongside those is berries, in case the vitamin C isn't up. Let's see what our stock is like on here. Got a little bit of fibre left. Well, not fibre, thatch, so I need to get some more thatch. Wood and fibre are doing alright on. Metal, it's alright because we're not really using a lot of metal at the moment, but we can always get more if we need to. We don't need to take the giraffe out. Oh, there's a lion, I see it. Come near us. Like, it doesn't seem to be coming near us at the moment. Staying up there, which is good. Which is what it should do for its own good. It should stay up there. That looks better now. We've got more thatch in here. Lots and lots of thatch. Just gonna see if I can see what that line is, if it's still out there. Probably gone by now, it's probably like ran off somewhere. Chased after something. Not anywhere close by, which is good. I mean, we could have easily handled that that line if it got too close. I'd rather not get it attacking the base and everything. Like, just in case. I'm not breaking any walls and stuff. Anyway, we're gonna go hunting for some more fish. Try not to swim out too far actually, because I think the further you swim out, the more chances are you're going to have a shark come in after you. We're just gonna let the fish cook for a bit. I'm probably gonna go grab some more fish anyway, because I want to make plenty of fish and chips to kind of like balance out how many we've got in that bag at the moment. Let's go get some more fish. And I should normally check along the coastline as well, just in case, because sometimes you find with fishing, right, for example, like, you can go in and grab fish and get your fish meat that way, but sometimes, if you're really lucky, manta rays seem to just swim up onto the shore and die, which is really funny. And every time I see that, I literally just shout out free fish, because it is literally just free fish without having to really make the effort of catching the fish. I prefer catching the tuna fish, especially if it's like a big tuna fish, because it seems to bring yield way more fish meat than the small ones. Hey, Scumbucket, how you doing? This one isn't too big. Might be bigger, I think. Not really. It'd be nice if it was, because I said that, you know, bigger tuna fish, the more meat it has and that. Yeah, I'm doing good. Doing alright. I'm just having a bit of like a casual day again today, because I haven't really made any plans of what I want to do. Later on today, everyone's supposed to be getting together to take on the Abominable Snowman tonight, which is like 9 PM my time. Originally, it was going to be at like 2 AM in the morning, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to make that. But now that it's been shifted down to like 9 PM, so we're all going to be going on to that. It does sound nuts, yeah, it is. I have no idea what is required for the Abominable Snowman. I have no idea what to expect, as I've never done it. But there's a whole massive group of people going up there to do it. So it's gonna be fun. I think tonight is where I'm gonna lose my my 11-day streak. Like, I managed to get up to 11 days of not dying on this game, which is great. Usually I just die like nearly every like 1 or 2 days of not dying. But I think I'm getting better. Oh yeah, hopefully. I mean, we've got a ship that we can kit out. We're supposed to kit out one of our ships, which is a galleon. So we've got that kitted out with loads of cannons and cannonballs and stuff and that. So, you know, we're only going to take the one ship because there's going to be other ships there that aren't ours. But, it's just like, you know, how to coordinate what's going on and stuff like that, because none of us have ever been to it before, so it's going to be a brand new experience for everyone in the Misfits. But it's all good, right? No, it's a bit strange, but I think it's I don't know how it works. Like, I think you get probably some people go on the island maybe, and then you can use your ships that are close by to shoot it, but I have no idea. Like, I don't know how big this actual boss is. Like, it sounds like it's gonna be a little bit of a fun time, but you know. Drop this and this, because I don't need them. Yeah, I don't actually know the size of it. I haven't even looked on the wiki yet to see what it looks like. 'Cause there is a wiki for Atlas, so you can look up certain things on there as well. Oh, look, a mana ray. What happened there? That went a bit weird. Like I couldn't actually move for some reason. I can't even hit it for some reason. What the hell is going on here? Well, there's our answer then. It's a big boy. Probably very scary too, I reckon. I mean, so far we've had fun with, there's like 2 types of whales on here. So you got like the passive whale and the aggressive whale. Hey, how you doing? Come back here, tuna fish, I want you. You're part of my dinner. Wow, okay, yeah, so he's that big. Ooh, that's kind of scary then. Ah, this is a big tuna fish. This should hopefully yield a lot of fish. Look at that. Ooh. Lots and lots of fish. Wow, 240 fish from that one tuna fish. This was a bigger fish as well. Like the size does matter on the tuna fish. That's kind of cool though. Great, you know, more fish. More fish for the cookings. This is one of the things I like to do. I like to just sit here and just kind of like stock up our food supply for everyone. Which is basically just this one. And this one. Because you can see what this one does is it puts up vitamin C and vitamin D. This one does A and B. I find though with the fish and chips it doesn't always necessarily put up the vitamin C, so we always carry some like fruit around as well just in case. So that you've always got that extra sort of like chance of putting the buffs up, because obviously, you know, if you run out of vitamins in your diet and you don't eat, you can actually die from not having enough vitamins. at what we've got here now. This is our main bag that I have next to here to like stock up. So you can see there's quite a lot in here already, but this usually gets eaten quite quickly because a lot of people stop by and they'll and they'll come by and they'll have like a little bit of food they need. So this goes down quite quickly. I've had to been working, I think past couple of days I'm working to get this built back up again. So it does take a little bit of work to get this going. I reorganised the farm upstairs as well because originally the farm was like plants all over the place, and that was bugging me after a while. You know how unorganised it was. So I've made it so you've got your corn or your maize, all here. In this column, wheat, potatoes. I think it's 2 rows of potatoes here. 2 rows of peppers, a row of chili, and your carrots, is it onion and cactus. Not that these ones aren't really used, like the chilies and the cactus stuff aren't really used, so that's why I don't really bother having a lot of them. And since the main food I'm making is fish and chips and the pork pies, these main crops here are the ingredients to them. And we have cooking herbs on the island that you have to manually go out and actually pick up. Can't grow them on the plant on the crops. So it's all really good, you know. We've got everything we need to cook everything. It wasn't originally though. It was bugging the crap at me, and I was like, you know what? We don't need half of these crops. Like, half of these crops we're not using. We'll just leave that. And I said, but I kept the seeds, so if anyone else wants to grow the crops elsewhere, they're more than welcome to. There's a lot of these, like, better feeds, for example, like, this one I could cook. I could cook this one, but it does, there's vitamin B and vitamin D, so we'd have to do a different one. But you'd probably have to do something like this. You see this stew, for example, you need to have medicinal herbs, radiant water. Like this one, for example, you have to have a lot of the stuff on here, like the syrup, the sea grapes, the lingonberry, cooking herbs, the acelera. You'd have to go and harvest them manually, and we don't have all of these on this island. So a lot of these other ones, it was like, it requires you to harvest stuff manually. Like this one, poppy, iodine, and yassi, the berries. I said there again, you have to harvest them by hand. So it's just easier to make the stuff that I'm making right now. Like at the moment, the cooking aspect of things, like the different foods, they don't really do too much. They give you some of the buffs and that, but half the time you're not worried about those buffs, you're more worried about the vitamins. I wasn't pressing the right button then. But these ones are just basically the most simplest ones to make. I mean, we can get tons of resources. As for the salt, for example, I'm down at A11. There is an island in A8 that has a lot of salt nodes, so it's quite easy to get to. I literally just had to sail north and do like what I call salt runs. Occasionally, if anyone's already sailing through there, they'll be like, "Oh, do you need anything from the salt islands? You need more salt?" So they'll pick it up anyway. So it's kind of like really good, you know. Yes. Fish and chips. Like, I named this house the farm foods house, and Kitten's gonna be building a little cafe on the dock somewhere. Like, near where that big area was on the dock, she's gonna be building a little cafe on there. It's probably gonna be called the Chippy. So people can go and pick up food from there probably as well. One second, let me see if there's anyone in voice chat at the moment. There is. What I'll do is I'll just quickly ask. Would ask because, you know, you never know, they might not want me to join if I'm streaming.
They do with that.
Ahoy, ahoy.
Ahoy.
Ahoy. I'm making lots of fish and chips.
Oh,
All the
nice.
fish and chips.
Riva,
What?
I got the job.
I saw.
How are you
now I
on
work-
N4?
And now I work for 14 days straight. Sounds exciting, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get a good paycheck at the end of this.
There you go, looking positively.
And then I can pay some of my bills.
But yeah, the main attraction here in Houston for recycling cans and whatnot is there's this place called CNC Scrap Metal where you bring your cans and they'll pay you, but in $2 bills. Because the US $2 bill is such a...
Rare thing?
It's rare enough that there's people who have never seen one.
It's kind of like the £50 note.
Yeah, I think I've only seen it once.
It's kind of like, which note?
The £50 note. We have a £50 note over here, and that's rarely used. So it's very rare for people to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see the 50-pound thing all the time.
Not over here, you don't.
What about the 50-cent coin?
You see, 50-cent coins here are uncommon, but the $2 bill is so uncommon that there's people who flat out refuse to believe it exists.
Okay, cat,
Like
please.
I was watching reading some stuff about stories where managers would not take $2 bills because they were confident it was just counterfeit money.
Mm. Well, your money is just paper, so
I mean, it is fair in a way
Monopoly.
because it's like, you know, if it's money that's not really used very often, it's a lot harder for you to know whether or not it is counterfeit.
Right. Like most people in the United States don't know that we do have $1,000 bill. But to be fair, they're not exactly in circulation anymore.
I had somebody on Wednesday. Sorry to interrupt, but this is regarding the same money thing. Try to pay for liquor with Monopoly money.
I love it. I love it.
Like they had me and I was like counting it all, and I'm like, you don't have enough, and they're like, yes, I do. I was like, this is Monopoly, and they're like, no, and I'm like, it literally has the Monopoly logo on it.
So my question to that, were they confused because you guys have more colorful money?
I don't know, and I'm like, as much as I really want to accept this just for the lols, no.
It's like, there goes my job.
What if they might have been a little bit drunk so they didn't quite realise? So to them it looked like actual money.
I don't know, but I'm like, this isn't real.
That's funny though. That is actually quite funny. Just
I was like, please get out.
You see, I guess
Oh,
that's one of
great.
the benefits of US currency being very green.
Cat, stop licking my face.
US currency has gotten a lot more colorful than it used to be. Now there's shades of yellows, there's shades of blues.
Well, it's easy to tell if it's counterfeit when it's colorful and each bill has a certain color. Like our $50 bills are red, and there was a recent counterfeit thing that was going. There was more. They were stupid because they didn't try to make it red. It was blue.
And they were trying to pass it off as a 50.
Yeah. Like at least make it red, or like a dark red, because then it's more. Nope, it was blue.
Let's see.
And we also have like holographics on our bills as well, so that's another telltale if those aren't a thing. That's the easiest thing to look for. If the holographics are there, then it's most likely real.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to see if I have any Canadian money so I can look at it.
Or it has a identification code, usually like bottom right, I think. Somewhere on the bill there's like.
Yeah. You see, okay, I have a £5 note right here from England. I'm sorry, I collect money from all over the
5
world.
is green.
It's
Very light green, and then you got £10 notes are orange, £20 notes purple, the £50 notes are red.
yeah, the 5 is green, greenish blue.
That's like us. I don't remember what color our hundreds are. You don't really see $100 bills that often.
How many 100 bills?
I usually get tipped in $100 bills from the rich sugar daddy, but I'm not gonna get $100 tips from him anymore.
Yeah, next time you see him, give him your number.
Oh, he's married and has 2 kids.
That's fun. Give him your number and be like, hey, we can meet next time then.
Just come over to my house whenever. Ugh. No.
Kitten's saying you need to get back in your corner. She needs cash. Yes,
You have
Tibbers.
coins
You get
as
back in your
well.
corner. We all need cash. Be a good boy.
Where are
I
my...
spent that $100 bill in two.
Oh, are you, let me, get to the ship then. I'm
I
nowhere
filled up
near
my
it
friend's
right
car, and then I bought 2 packs of cigarettes and then alcohol.
now. Oh, it's Scabbers over there? Oh, never mind then. Okay, where did I put my coin collection? Because I have a rather large coin collection too.
It's under.
Not possible, unfortunately.
Okay, your pillow.
It's scary how accurate that was. Ugh.
Actually, one second. I got 2 different types
Was
of
it pretty much beside your pillow?
No,
Right
it was
here.
directly beside my pillow.
Yeah.
my phone. Oh.
Alright, let's see.
The reason why I knew that is because I'm right outside your window. Oh.
Yeah. Ooh. Tibbers, bad boy. Get back in your corner.
Where I actually look out my window because I'm scared of some Canadian standing up.
I would probably be the last person you would need to be scared of being outside your window.
Hey, you didn't tap into my micro camera, did you? That I placed in this.
No, that's too much work.
Alright, so...
I'm
Oh,
too
okay.
lazy to do that.
So... What kind of currency... What currency is used in... Hold on.
And
First. I'm trying to formulate words. Okay, in my hand, I have a bunch of euros. Where is that from?
Europe.
Like, well, yeah, obviously.
But it's all over Europe. Everywhere uses the same euros now.
Okay, so it's just
They used to have like French used to have their own money for a while until the euro came out, and then everything is just now the euro.
We still have our own money. Same with the Swedish people.
Hmm.
Okay.
Don't know
that
about
explains
Danish.
Why my cousin in France sent me a bunch. No, actually,
and you probably have some Canadian money in there too, I'm guessing.
yeah. Actually, I think I do have some Norwegian money here.
Oh. Please send over.
Yeah. A kroner?
That might also be Swedish. Because-
Harold 5.
Okay, that's probably Norwegian.
Yeah, it says on the very front of it, Norge.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else do I have? Oh yeah, I've got plenty of Canadian. Like too much
Probably.
Canadian.
You probably have quarters that have like the stag on it. The toonies which have like, or some other
Yep,
some
the
other
polar bear. I'm holding
distinguishing.
that.
There's other ones that have like other things on it for
Sure.
like certain events. The loony has like a luna.
Hmm.
Or a duck, whatever you want to call it, a geese.
Goose.
The
Or does it actually have geese in plural?
some of them do. The 10-cent coin.
Is the loonie just a single dollar?
Yeah,
Okay,
the
I've
loonie's
got
like the one that looks like a copperish color, and then the toonie is the $2.
Yep, I have
The quarter has the stag. The 10 cents has a boat.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I think the nickel has a beaver.
I have a lot of 1 cent here.
Oh, the pennies aren't a
nickel has
thing
the-
anymore.
Beaver. Huh?
Pennies aren't a thing anymore.
Really?
Yep.
And
Pennies have been phased out.
now, what is this coin that was hiding away with my Canadian coins? Oh wow!
Well, so I think that's probably the best.
I have a Canadian 1 cent piece from 1901.
Wow.
Nice.
Like this thing is
just
bigger
means that we
than.
don't sort of go too far out.
Yeah, they're quite large. And then they got smaller because they were expensive to make. And then they got to the point where they were just too expensive to make for what they were worth, so they were just shut. Stop clawing. I'm gonna kick you, cat.
Oh, be nice. Nice to your kitty. Be mean.
I'll be nice to my cat once I get a boyfriend, okay?
No, you be nice to it now or I take your kitty.
And I want like a Sojo manga love. That's never gonna happen.
Let's see. Penny, penny, penny.
But I realize in order for me to find somebody, I actually have to leave my damn house.
Well,
There's always
that's kind of a
Tinder
bit impossible right now, right?
Tinder or
No. Because everywhere here is opening on the 14th.
20 pence.
Do you know, people keep bitching over here about when are we going to have the lockdown lesson, da 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 da. And it's just like, we've just gone over a certain high number of people dying, and you want to unlock, and it's like, people.
Well, we kind of don't really have a choice anymore because our economy right now is so fucked that we kind of have
I
to
get
open
it,
up
yeah.
everything.
But it's
But
just like,
The
you know,
infection rate in Canada is so low at the moment
I
that we
think we're
can
the
pretty
highest
much
one in
open
Europe
every-
now, so
Yeah.
with the death rate,
So-
so
With us, we can open up everything because the hospitals can keep up now because everything's kind of slow. So everything's going to be opening up on the 14th.
Yeah, we're starting to open up also here over here.
So we're going to be opening up, and then
here's some
I start work.
some money that I have that I can't use here. I'd have to take it to a bank and get it transferred. Like, get it switched.
Oh, it's that old.
No. It's money from Scotland.
Oh, okay.
Like, they have their own money, you can't use it. Can't use it in England. You can use the English money up in Scotland and like Ireland and stuff, but not the other way around. Ah, kitten. Thank you for the
Go.
bits.
You know, being
Big Kitten
completely
Games here.
serious,
X1 team.
I would definitely trade you some U.S. money for some Canadian.
Is that thing?
Like, I have any.
Kitten.
No, you don't. New $10 bill.
Big Kitten Game
Well,
shared. X20.
Like, legitimately, it's. Like I said, I have money from all over the world. I have Bolivia, I have England, I have France, I have
I think I've got some French
got
money somewhere. So
China, Japan.
somewhere. Oh my god, kitten. Kitten. Oh, the bits.
Well, you
Big Kitten Game
Yeah, we
Cheer.
don't have $1.
X29.
$5.
Like, our pound coin recently changed. It used to just be one, like a single colour
$0.
coin. Now it's a double colour coin.
Orange.
actually really funny
Big
because
Kitten Game
with
Cheer. X11.
I've got a bunch of U.S. coins that were minted before the 1900.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a couple of U.S. coins that are more rare purely because of how they were made. Like I have a nickel that's actually plated in pure gold, 24 karat gold,
Nice.
and I have a $5 bill that is part of essentially a silver series. So the entire bill is actually coated in silver.
Yeah, werewolf repellent.
Right. I actually traded for that with my dad. He found it one day just on the road, noticed what it was, and said, "Hey,
Big Kitten Game
if you
Cheer.
give me a normal $5
X9.
bill, I'll give you this." It's like, hell yeah.
So yeah, I'll trade dollar for dollar because then I could just convert it and probably get more out of it.
And I have no problem with that.
Oh, I
Because
don't have any Irish money anymore. I got it converted back to.
But you're all the way down in Texas.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Texas in a while.
That's all good, kitten.
You've been to Texas?
Now you have to
I've been all
do
over the states.
that to grey, but with loads of just one bit at a time. One bit, one bit, one bit, one bit.
I've been to Texas a few times and visited my cousin down there.
Okay. What part of Texas?
He's in Dallas.
Ew.
Well, that's what I was trying to get to happen
Sorry.
on the stream yesterday, but it seems to
But-
die down
oh
quite
well.
quick.
I ran out of bits. That's what happened, Scabbers. I ran out of bits. I couldn't use anymore.
You see, I've still got 1,000 bits lying around waiting.
It's really annoying because, like, we get the option where it says watch adverts
so
to
did
get
I.
bits, and but it never works.
see
Like,
you
it's
as-
always please try again later. There's never any ads for
Yeah,
us,
I can't even.
and it's
I
ridiculous. It's
can't
like
even do it in
it's not
Canada.
fair. It's not fair.
If
Can't
you
get
have
free
a
bits.
VPN and you, if you have a VPN and you VPN to anywhere in the States, it lets you do it. But
then you
nowhere
run the
else in
risk of
world.
it
Yeah,
actually.
I've never had any ads pop up on any of the streams, even the
But
ones
if
that
you
I've
use a
been watching
VPN,
for
you
like
run the
years.
risk of it actually
never
saying
get
you
'em.
need to change your password, you need to do this and that, because it will think
I
that
think we're
someone
sort
else
of
is using
banned
your
in the
account.
UK from watching them, to be
Yeah.
fair.
You see, even here in the States, I can't get it to work.
Oh, that's really crap.
So it's kind of irritating. But
Sort your
Oh, well.
crap out, Twitch. Give us free bits for ads.
Yes.
yep, but then they're losing money.
Not really, because they get paid for the advertisement, right? And the point of advertisement is you want people to see it.
Yeah, but I think they get
So-
more money when people actually buy the bits. Cause
Oh,
people
no,
are
that's because
crazy.
they charge more. If you look at the actual pay, how much they charge for a bit, they actually ask you. So for 100 bits, it's like it's like £1.30 something, right? Whereas actually, when a streamer or an affiliate, for example, gets those 100 bits, they only get £1. They don't get £1.30. So they get a little bit of revenue themselves from actually asking you to buy them.
Good.
Cheeky bastards, that's what I say.
Do NPCs still attack me? Still if I get too close to them?
What NPCs?
Like if I'm going over to, let's see, the island below us, owned by the new Baldur, and they have a.
No, obviously
Let's
I
see,
don't know
Pakulian
anything
setup.
about
Do they
customizing
shoot
sales.
at
Sorry,
me,
sweetie.
or
No, the Paco guns won't shoot at you.
Oh,
No,
If
they
you're talking
only
about
shoot at
N4, no, they won't shoot at
They'll
you.
only shoot like wild animals and stuff like that. Anything that's gonna like anything that's aggressive to a player, per se, you know. Because it's
Not
PvE,
even
they won't
just
shoot
that.
you. If it was PvP,
The
then
ones
yes,
that-
they probably would.
The ones at N4 shoot at nothing but fish, sheep, and turtle.
On seagulls, don't forget seagulls.
hello,
Well,
Jake.
the rare seagulls that pop up over there.
Yeah, I need to go see if I can find some metal nodes. I'm going out for a sail.
Enjoy your sail. Do you need a crewmate?
Do you want to join?
Yeah, why not? Although I need to put my horse somewhere safe. If you want to sail the Plunder Bunny over
Yeah, I
to
was
the
just
other
in the
side
process
of
of
the island where all the
taking
animals
it
are,
back
I'll join you over there.
because I need to go soon. I've been asked to sort of go to my
I'll
sisters a little
get
bit earlier than I was
Wednesday.
expecting. So I'm
You
just in
can
the
go
process of pulling her up to dock.
I don't imagine I'll be on Thursday though. I think by the time I get home, I'm gonna be so exhausted, I'm just gonna pass out.
Are you gonna work a long shift?
I'm working from
8 a.m. to 10 p.m.
8 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay.
That's a nice little 14 hours.
Yeah.
14-hour shift. That's.
Oh, that's just one day. I work for 14 days straight.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Like, when
And yeah, most days are gonna be, I think, 3 to 4 days are gonna be 14, 16-hour days.
Okay, kitten.
you can survive on a week of working like that, but the second week, fun stuff start happening.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
do that when I
The
work
second
for
week,
the
I'm gonna die.
Probably not. You will just slowly decay the second week. Then the third week you will get through that, and
the third week it will be normal because halfway through the second week is when I'm saying my last day is
oh, then you're
at my
lucky.
old job. So, because I'm quitting the liquor store job, and I'm only giving them a week's notice. I don't care. That's all I need to give them, and that's all I'm gonna give them. According to the laws here, I haven't worked there for 2 years, so it just needs to be a week. So that's all I'm gonna do, and then be like, "Peace out, bitch," and then yeah.
You see, here in the States, they say you give 2 weeks notice, but there's nothing legal about it. Like, you don't have to give notice.
Yeah.
If I wanted to
So,
quit
well-
today, I could quit today, no problem.
Technically, I don't have to give them notice either. It's just. Actually, technically, I do, but I don't at the same time. But it's more of a courtesy thing. But no, according to the Alberta, like, laws and for hiring and all that, if I'm quitting, I haven't worked there for 2 years, so it's a week is the minimum I need to give. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna quit and be like, fuck this shit, I'm out. And I
Don't fall
don't
off the
know
ship
if I say my last day is the 18th, I don't know if that means I have to work the 18th or if I'm just saying no, the 18th I'm out. Bye.
Saying the last day is the 18th means that's the last day you will be working.
Oh, okay. Perfect then. Then that's what it will be. And then they're gonna have to get the other floating employees that we have hired that refuse to work at this store to work at that store. Nobody wants to work there.
Is it that?
That location, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. That location is either exceptionally good or like life-threatening. Or just like in between, but it's rarely in between.
Right,
It's either
job done.
one or the other. And I always work closings.
Might
so
be
I
on
always
tonight.
get
If so,
all
I'll see you guys
engaged.
later.
I mean, it's entertaining if it doesn't
Okay, see you later,
interfere
Scabbers.
with me. Bye bye, Scabbers.
But
But yeah, it's entertaining watching it, but when it starts to affect me, that's when I'm like, I don't want to work here anymore. Like, I'm at the point now where I don't care if people steal from the store. I'm not even gonna say if somebody stole from the store. I'm gonna be like, okay, bye. Because reporting it does nothing. All that ends up happening is the cops show up, they want to get the video recording of it, and then they're like, okay, cool, thanks, bye.
then they're done their job and they just okay.
Like,
And that's
nothing
done.
gets done about nothing gets done about it. Like, it's just a write-off for the company, and they don't care what happens to the employees as long as they can write off the liquor, so I'm over it. However, I am going to get health benefits working at the bottle depot. I'm not even getting any benefits working at the liquor store, so. Alright.
Beneficial.
But pretty much, when I heard that I got health benefits, I was like, oh, okay.
You guys actually care a little.
Yeah, exactly. You guys care about your employees.
No. They don't care about their employees. They care a little.
Oh, health benefits? No, that shows that they care.
Look, I don't know
Because
how it
technically they don't have to give health benefits because most of the healthcare you get is covered under just by paying taxes. So you don't even technically need coverage. But what this coverage covers is like dental. Dental and like optometry is what this health coverage will cover because every other thing is free.
That's fair. I keep forgetting that Canada actually cares about its people compared to here in the States.
It's just that like dentistry, optometry, and like everything else that isn't technically hospital related isn't covered. So that's what health coverage or what cover. It's just under health coverage, but that's what it covers, like dental health, visual health. That's what that stuff covers.
Okay.
Or like prescriptions. It would cover prescriptions as well if I needed those, which, you know, I could get. So, yeah.
It's like, you know what? Now that I'm gonna have benefits, I could use some prescriptions.
Although my last prescriptions were covered. The prescription scheme is weird. Some of them are covered under generalized healthcare and some aren't. Which is it's confusing when it comes to that, but
You see,
most of the time they're not even that expensive to begin with. So.
here in the US, we keep it simple. None of it's covered because we don't have generalized healthcare.
Like, it's nice. If I needed to get a surgery done, I won't have to pay a penny for it.
Okay, now I'm just jealous.
Like, if it was a necessary surgery and not like something I wanted to do for cosmetics, it's covered. Like, if it's necessary, it's free. Like, oh, your abdomen exploded. Free. Yay, healthcare. Woo!
Over here. Oh, your abdomen just exploded.
That would be-
$500,000. And the sad part is, I'm not kidding.
Yeah, and then all of us people in like Canada and Europe are like, why do you have to pay for that?
Oh, broken finger. $5,000.
That's where you just go, I fix it myself, and you get like one of those ice lollipop sticks and just wrap a
Well, pretty much. Like,
You have
like my
idea
family
how
was in the
common
States.
self-treatment is here.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds ridiculous though.
Like my family was in the States, and my cousin had to get his tonsils removed, and they couldn't get up to Canada, so they had to get it done down there. And what ended up happening, if you want to know how it works when that happens, they had to pay the price of the surgery in the States,
And then claim it back?
which was an exorbitant amount.
Mm.
They were shocked at the price. Then when they came back to Canada, they had to be like, hey, this surgery had to be done on my child because he couldn't breathe. And then they got all the money back, but it was like a couple month process in order to get that back. Because then they have to prove, like, they have to like contact the hospital to prove that the surgery actually happened. And then, yeah. But we get our money back because we have universal health coverage in Canada, so I could get a surgery on Pluto and be covered.
I think if you got a surgery on Pluto, I think you actually will get paid.
Probably.
Oh,
You'll
if I
get
got
paid to
have
have
the
you'll get
surgery?
paid to have the surgery. Because I want you
Yeah.
to stay on Pluto.
I mean, Pluto's still a planet, damn it. I don't care what people say.
Hey, nobody's saying it's not. But
Yeah.
just the fact that you'd be the first human to ever have a surgery done on
Surgery on
another
Pluto?
planet.
Yeah, and like, how the hell did you even get there?
I teleported.
Who was
You
the
gotta
doctor? Did you
remember-
do it on yourself?
But you see,
You gotta
all that
remember,
matters,
okay.
as long as you are in the
I-
universe, universal healthcare takes care of
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, you see, I teleported there because, see, as a gay person, okay, we have excessive amounts of power stored up in front of us. We cause, like, world disasters and everything else, so therefore we can teleport too. So, I
Wait,
just
wait,
teleported to
wait,
Pluto.
wait. When was this decided?
Hey, Shade. Toss
What,
some-
that we can teleport?
Hmm.
I'm here to help as
We
a
cause disasters all around the world, Riva. So
That doesn't
therefore
mean
we
we can
have to be able to teleport around.
No, because we're everywhere.
Yeah, but what if only one person can do it?
That's not how it works.
Yeah, it is.
Not fast.
No, it's
And
not.
we're also hive mind too. It's like Ocean. It's like not Ocean's 8. What was it?
We're
That
sorry,
Netflix show
you don't
where it
have
was
to
like
pay
8
into
people
reserves
connected.
in order to use that move, teleport.
No, we just have to collect enough orphan tears. Once we collect enough, we get a power upgrade.
Hmm.
Although my favorite is going to the rituals where they determine whether or not you're like a top or a bottom or a verse in the gay world, or like a butch or a femme lesbian in the lesbian world. I remember that. Don't you, Reba?
What?
That ritual where like they get all the elder gays around like a fire and they throw like a clump of your hair into the flame, and it explodes in a certain color, and the color that it explodes in determines what position you are or what you're going to be classified as in the culture. It was beautiful. You can make some of the elder gays so proud.
Well, I didn't think that they will find silver that fast.
What island are you on?
The one right below us.
Oh, on N4? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like 6 nodes connected to each other pretty much all along like the western side of that island. Like they're all along the western beach, just like in a straight line.
Oh. I just found one.
Yeah. Well, that's where they all are. Like, there's a huge amount over there, just pretty much all touching each other. On N4, like the island south of us. But the island south of us is kind of separated into like 2 separate islands, but it's on the top island on the western side, just sort of where it sort of curves in, like right along that curve is where they all are.
I forgot to need to make a grappling hook and a spike that. Actually, I need to find Chris.
Oh wait, were you trying to make the thing, Kin, where you have it where you paint the outline and then you save it as a file? To then, you know, tamper with it on a thingy to get the picture. Ah, okay. I kind of have a rough idea how to do it. I just haven't got around to getting the stuff for it.
Oh, nice. A good treasure map. I'm gonna pick
I
that.
like how for a second there, Reva, I was like, what in the hell are you talking about? And then I was like, right, she's streaming.
Yes. Well, Kitten's still on Discord, I think.
Well, I'm also not in game.
Yeah. No? No, never mind.
J3
Good job,
Boomstat.
Reva.
Ah, it's too noisy for Kitten at the moment, okay. Tibbers, how noisy. God damn it.
Oh, wait.
I am the loved one.
Hold on, let me open up that stream real quick. The more people in there, the better.
My cat has gotten bigger since that picture I took of it that's on my display.
I know. Cute kitty.
I think that was when I just barely got him.
Oh yeah. Remember when he was so tiny and he should just lay on your desk?
Oh, he was so tiny.
Oh.
I still have pictures. I'm like, holy crap, you were...
Trim the sails and roam the sea.
Thank you
You
very much
see
for that
my
follow.
cat. My cat is fat.
Like, my cat
A thing
was
I found so
puny.
cute about Tibber's cat was like he was really tiny, but he had the big nose. That was so cute.
Yeah. He's kind of filled out to his nose now. But he was so tiny, and like, I haven't even had him for a year yet, and he's already like probably 8 times the size he was as a kitten. It's absurd, and I don't even think he's grown that much, but looking back on pictures, I'm like, Jesus. I guess that's true what they say when people who have pets, how you can sometimes be like, how can't you notice that your animal's grown so much? But it's because they're around them every day that they don't notice.
Yeah.
It's like, really? My cat's grown? And I'm like, I don't know. And then I look at pictures and I'm like, oh, it has. Wow.
Big time.
It's like the same with like the dog that we have, like the new puppy the puppy my mom got.
Yeah.
Every time I go home, I'm like, it's like tripled in size. And they're like, really? And I go, yes. Yes. Although if I were to get a dog, I would want like a Sammy or a Pyrenees. Just a dog that's like super just like, ugh. Just like chill.
You see, my heart is set on a breed called Bouviers.
All I know is there's a couple people in here that have like a border collie. And I'm like, why do you have a border collie in these small apartments?
I asked the same question with anybody who has a husky in Texas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would get like a Pyrenees. They're huge. So it'd probably.
You could get a Chihuahua.
Ugh.
The smallest I would go would be a Keith.
Why do people want to have those rats?
I don't know.
But that would be the smallest breed of dog I would go for. Would be a Keith.
Oh, I don't know. My friend Lucky has a Chihuahua. It's very cute though.
Like, I understand some people think they're cute, but still, every Chihuahua that I see, they make so much noise.
Oh no, Suki's quite quiet. He's a good doggo.
A friend of mine had a Chihuahua who died recently, who, I swear to you, was the fattest dog I have ever seen in my life. Like, this Chihuahua legitimately looked like a football, and I'm not talking about an American football either.
Poor puppy.
The nickname I gave this Chihuahua, her name was Julie. I called her Ham every time I saw her.
Oh my god. I do feel sorry for when a dog's that big though, because it's obviously not healthy for them.
No, it wasn't. And the thing is, they didn't overfeed her or anything. She just, for some reason, would grow to that size. And it was to a point that I literally could just roll her around my friend's living room with hardly any resistance. Okay, I can't tell if Tibbers is talking or not.
He's moved away from his mic.
I said just call the dog Ham Hawk and you're good.
But it was honestly kind of funny.
Oh
But
yeah, I can
she's
imagine.
one of those dogs that just would go straight up to you, want all the attention in the world.
Ah.
It's like my cat.
Wasn't very loud, even though she was a Chihuahua. Only time she would really be loud is like if she's around people she doesn't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to work today.
Like my friend's Chihuahua. Only really makes a noise if you tell it to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Then she'll bark.
Or when the head shakes and it sounds like smacking leather.
Oh yeah, that little ears go.
I mean, there's a few times Suki.
I mean,
barks
a
without-
lot of times it's like, you know. I mean, that's because she gets a bit excited because she'll think Lucky's talking to her. So,
Mm.
but Lucky isn't. So But no, she's quite a good dog. And I think a lot of times it's like, you know, a dog's usually only really noisy if you let it be noisy all the time. So all about how you train them.
Cat, what do you want?
Hmm?
Talking to my cat. I'm asking what it wants.
A cat either wants your attention, or it
Well,
wants
it's
food.
lying. It's lying on my throat, so I'm guessing it wants attention.
Or both. Attention and food.
Well, it has food. It always has food. It's fat. I always have food out, and it always eats it.
It wants some snacks.
No, it doesn't get snacks. Its snacks are when it hugs me, when it puts both its paws on both sides of my neck and shoves its face up against mine and just lies down purring.
Riva, that is such a wrinkled old $1 bill.
Wait, what? Sorry.
I'm looking at the picture you sent in Discord of the US $1 bill.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that is the most wrinkled and old $1 bill I've ever seen.
I think that was from when my dad went to the States.
You can pretty much
Way
iron
before, and it was
Canadian currency.
that's what we found up in our loft. And we're like, oh look, we got $1.
You can iron US currency too.
Yeah, you can even put like Canadian currency through the
A
washer.
pirate I was meant to be. Trim the sails and roam the sea.
Thank you for the follow.
The majority of our
You're
stuff
welcome.
has. It's not completely plastic, but a large percentage.
They're starting to make them plastic, aren't they? Yeah.
Percentage of it is plastic. So it doesn't really crinkle, although the people who fold it up into like 18 rolls and shove it into their wallet irritate me.
Why would you do that?
I don't. People do it, and it frustrates the living hell out of me as a cashier, because when I get it, it's all crinkled and wrinkled, and it doesn't lay down straight, and it makes my till look dirty, and it gives me trigger.
Are you on the ship, by the way?
I'm on the ship.
Okay. 'Cause
Or-
I need to move it.
Or when people hold or like have all their cash in their shoe, and when they pay, they take it out. It's disgusting.
I don't really see that often.
I have seen that. It's gross.
The only time I've been actually happy to see money that was folded up was the time when I was like walking along this one like busy sort of like road, and I thought it was a £5 note that just blew up to my foot, and it turned out when I opened it up it was like £15, and I was like, yay, free drinks, because I was on my way to a pub, so
Yay!
free drink.
No, I've seen cash pulled out of everything, like out of bras, out of like the side of people's hip, shoes.
Underwear.
Well, that's pretty much the side of the hip. Hair, like a bun. I haven't seen anybody pull any cash out of their mouth yet, so I'm waiting for that.
That's when you get the person who swallows the money, and then they just, you know,
Oh.
bring it back up, and they go, here you go, here's your change.
They have to heave it back up.
That would be so horrible.
I would not accept that. I'd be like, get out, sir. Get out, ma'am.
So store your money properly.
You see, one time I had a guy come into the store I work at, and he actually did something that was really cool. So one of the benefits of American currency being so paper-like is how easy it is to fold it.
Mm-hmm.
And so people like to do origami with it. So this person, I didn't notice what he was doing, but he went to pay, and he literally just took a ring off of his finger that I then noticed was a $50 bill, unfolded it, and handed it to me.
That's pretty cool.
Fun.
So it's like, okay, yeah, that is definitely a cool way to pay. I would love for somebody to come with like an origami swan made of money.
Oh yeah. You can't really fold Canadian money like that anymore.
You see, out of all of the money that I've collected, I think the coolest one that I have is this one from Costa Rica. Let me see if I can find
I
it.
don't really have any coin or cash from different countries. I usually just pay with plastic.
Well, you see, I've got got it from a bunch of different countries, even though I've never left the States,
Oh, you haven't?
unfortunately.
You go adventuring.
Oh, I'd love to. It's just airfare is so expensive.
Hmm.
really that expensive.
For the amount that they like to pay us here, it is expensive. I've had my
I'll just agree with you.
I've had my passport for years and I've never had the opportunity to use it. I've never been able to afford.
I haven't got a
to
passport no more. The renewal cost is ridiculous for it.
I've been to
Like eight, I think.
Europe.
It's either £80 or it's £100 to get it renewed. And I was like, but I don't fly anywhere, so it's like, no.
Been to Mexico, Puerto Rico, Greece. Outside of my country, US, I guess I can just say that because that's outside of my country. Hawaii, really the only place you need to fly to.
That's why it's quite good, because like if you were to go from England to Ireland, for example, you can just use a driver's license. As long as it's Northern Ireland, though.
Well, yeah,
Southern
it's
Ireland,
still
you do need a
international.
passport. And it's kind of the same with going to
Which is-
Scotland, so... But to go outside the UK, you need a passport.
Yeah, I think that's the same here. If I was flying to like anywhere in Canada, I would just need like a ID, like driver's license, identification card.
Ah, good night, Scumbucket. You have a good one. Thanks for stopping
Good
by.
night, scum bucket.
I remember when we went to Ireland a couple of years back with Mum, and she was like, "Oh, you can use your driver's license." And I got really, really worried at the airport because I was like, "Well, what if they don't accept it? With this, I wasted the money to go there." But they did. You know, they did. It was just so. That was one of the things we had to make sure we had last year as well, because we went to Ireland in October. Which was like that was really nice to go there for like a week and that. Was it a couple of weeks? Forgot how long it was.
I think you were in Ireland for like
It was a couple of weeks, wasn't it?
like 2 weeks. Like a week, pretty much 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
A week and a bit. I don't even remember. We have great memories. We're getting old, Reba.
No.
Like, I'm already old. I'm a fossil.
Good to know.
I'm 26.
Oh.
I'm old.
Yeah, if you were to travel anywhere, I would definitely say go visit Ireland. Ireland's lovely.
Holy shit.
Very beautiful. Hey, Cal. How you doing? I see you lurking there.
I just found out that one of the Costa Rican money that it didn't send in chat yet. One of the bills that I have recently sold at auction for in a worse condition than the one I have for £1,200.
Time to cash in.
Yep.
Now, how much is that in US money?
1,200.
That's almost double Canadian
Oh,
currency.
I think at the moment the conversion rate is about 80 pence to the dollar. So
That would be $1,488.
So, add 20 cents for every dollar.
Well, this thing is now gold. I need to treat it as such.
Kat, I'm quitting my job today. Are you excited for me? My cat ran out of the room. I don't think my cat's excited.
Well, no, because he knows you're getting another job. He's like, doesn't mean you're staying home with me.
Well,
Like, how could you?
technically, technically I'll be home earlier because it's not a night shift; it's a day shift.
Yeah, but he wants
So
you to
I'm
be there all
there.
the time.
I don't care what my cat wants. I'm there from 9 to 5.
Hmm.
Working 9 to 5.
Well, you know, cats doesn't really have a sense of time, so
Well, I mean, my cat does not use the litter box or eat a thing until I get home. It's absurd. As soon as I get home, it rubs its body all over my legs, runs over to the litter box, uses it, runs over to its food bowl, snarfs it down, swallows a shitload of water, and then like can barely meow because it just snarfed down all its food, and then is like, and then runs around like a banshee, and then just will not leave me alone. That's why I call my cat a dog.
sounds like a
It's
cat.
absurd. It also sounds like a dog who just waits by the door for you to get home. Because when I get home, my cat is not somewhere in the house. My cat is sitting by the front door. Just waiting. It's comical. I need to go buy cigarettes. I'm out of cigarettes.
Oh dear.
What do I do?
Yeah, what do you do?
Smoking.
I don't want to get up and move.
You quit smoking.
You can make your own smoke.
I also want some cigarettes. I know I can quit smoking, but what am I gonna do when I'm bored?
Start drinking?
There's a lot more stuff to do.
Such as?
I'm sorry, what?
I said such as?
No, I'm not even worried about that right now. What? Hello? What?
Hello.
I'm just looking up values of the different money in my collection.
Are you rich?
I'm guessing so. So do you want to start dating? I'm just kidding.
No, but I've got a friend who may be interested.
Well, that can be a new hobby.
Oh, you have a
you
friend who
stopped-
may be interested in dating me? Okay.
You stop.
What
you
are they
just
like?
Quit smoking.
No, I'm curious now. What are they like?
They're a psychologist. 24 years old.
Ooh.
Okay.
Down here
Continue.
in Texas.
Okay, how tall are they?
They are a little bit shorter than me, so maybe 5'6", 5'5".
Oh, so tiny. I'm 6'2".
Oh God.
To be fair, that doesn't say me anything.
I'm 188 centimeters, and them being 5'5", they're probably around like what, 150?
Oh, you're a giant. Ish.
Like my roommate, who was like, he was 6'4". And then my sister, who he's dating, is 6 foot. And then my other sister is the tiny one who's 5'10".
Okay. No, I'm not rich. Okay.
Okay, then I don't want to date you anymore. I'm just kidding.
So Costa Rican money is interesting because they have a bill here, a note that says 2 mil colones.
Mm-hmm.
So I typed that into Google, and it brought up, well, 2 million, and it converted it to $3,517. And it's like, wait, what?
Oh,
So I scroll a little bit, and it's like, oh wait, 2 mil colones is actually 2,000 colones, which translates to $4.
Mm-mm.
yeah. There you go. And Riva, that laugh for hearing the 24, I'm fine with a couple years, okay?
Wait, what?
I said when he said 24 and you were like, ooh.
No,
So
that was.
I'm
I
fine with
didn't
the
do
cut.
that because of that. You are not
but
watching stream.
It was perfect timing. I'm just saying I'm fine with a couple years.
No, I did that because I suddenly saw a wild
Yeah.
lion and a cobra, and I was like, "Ooh, I need to run away."
No, you need to run towards them. Go give them hugs, okay?
No, thank you.
I tried that earlier.
It's
They
the
don't.
circle of life. Maybe it's Simba, okay? Or Kovu.
No,
Or
it was a
Kiara.
female lion, so no.
Okay, fine, Kiara.
Nala.
I went to the tiger and it felt threatened by me, so it ate me.
Kovu was my first crush, guys. Does that make me weird? Probably.
Still haven't met a single person in my life that I don't think is not weird in any way.
I'm perfect. I'm completely normal.
Perfect people are strange.
Oh, I hope I don't meet those two people again today. They had like a 20-minute conversation about me, about how I seem closed off and how I need to open myself up more to the world.
You?
So the last time I worked, Wednesday, I had these two people come in. They were Native American people. This is the preface because it's part of the conversation. They came in and then they were talking to me and then they asked if I was racist randomly and I'm like, no, why would you think that? And I'm like, well, a lot of liquor and store employees are, so we just thought we'd ask, and went off like that. And then his friend came in just to talk because he'd noticed he was talking to me. And then he's like, oh, I remember you. I've seen you in quite a bit. Are you like sad? Like you always seem kind of down. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. And he's like, is it like a relationship thing, like girlfriend? And I'm like, no. And he's like, boyfriend? And I'm like, no. And he's like, well, why aren't you dating anybody? And I'm like, because it's too much trouble. And then they're like, well, you should try opening yourself up more. Do you hate people? Do you hate all people? And I'm like, what is this conversation
I'm
that's
like,
happening
what business is it of yours?
And then, and then I'm just sitting there, I'm like, no, I don't hate all people. I just hate some people. And then I'm like, anything else? And then thinking, they'd be like, okay, clearly he's not having this. And they're like, where were you raised? And I'm like, Cardston. And if you want me to pull the Carstonite out of me, then continue asking these questions. And then they're like, you're so funny. And I'm like, please get out. Please get out.
Okay.
So it was basically a 20-minute conversation about how I need to smile more. You know, my favorite comment.
Smiling when you
If
don't
you-
want to smile makes people usually look like a psychopath.
If you smile more, people would approach you and maybe your life would get better. But I'm not telling you to change. They've said that like constantly. And I'm like, what are you doing then? Why are you telling me these things? Does it matter? I hope I don't see them again today. But yeah, they basically spent 20 minutes telling me that my personality was trash.
How lovely of them, right? I
Yeah.
consider it.
Hopefully that doesn't happen often because that's kind of strange.
Yeah.
I
People are
mean,
strange.
working customer service, I mean, you either get yelled at, or you just have people vent to you, like you're their therapist, or
Yep.
or you just have people just bashing you because you're not doing what they want. It's so emotionally draining that it's just, you get so accustomed to it that it's kind of sad.
Be like, say,
Like
come
some-
do my job, and then you'll see why I'm not smiling
Yeah.
all the time.
Like somebody could literally be bashing me and telling me I'm complete gutter trash, and I'd be like, you're right, I am, you're right. And then when they leave, I'm like, thank God. Time to go back to YouTube. Or you get people yelling at you or threatening you. It's a lovely experience. I highly recommend it to anybody.
No.
I mean, if you wanted to build up, like, if you have, like, soft skin and you wanted to build up, like, to a thicker skin, customer service is the way to go. Because it's a lot of... You have to build thick skin quick, otherwise you won't be able to survive the job. But then I'm gonna be working at a bottle depot and I won't have to deal with people. I will, but I can actually get tips at the bottle depot, so I can even get more money. I can playfully flirt with them and get money. Oh, I can use my talents to get me richer.
Yes, finally I found crystal.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm jumping from island to island trying to find materials.
Oh, I think there's like gems on like the main N4 island somewhere, but I know somebody found them. I just don't know where they found them.
Yeah, I found some on the Noob Alert island. I found some crystal and I found pepper and I found good stuff. So I can make a spyglass.
Nice.
I just hope the guy who hired me doesn't train me at my new job, because then I can't smoke. Because he knows my whole entire extended family.
I see.
That sounds like fun. Guess you will
Well,
have a lot of
that-
story times.
Well, that's also why I started immediately on full-time. They normally start you off part-time, like 20 hours a week, and he's like, I want you on 40. Because he knows my whole family, so he's like, you'll be a hard worker. So... Because in the city I live in, like southern Alberta, I'll just say that, like southern Alberta, everything here is based on your last name. So if your last name is something popular or well known, if you apply somewhere and somebody knows your family last name, and they know, like, through past or through talks that people who come from your family are hard workers, you are hired over anybody else because they know you'll work harder.
You have a reputation because of...
Yeah, it's a family reputation. It's like small town family. It's like small town reputations where like in the area that I live in. So it's all about your last name. So you could be the hardest worker in the world, but if you had older siblings and other family members that were just complete trash and garbage, it's harder for you to find something because you have to prove yourself significantly more than, say, I would. Which is unfair, and I understand that. But it's also kind of hard to escape small town mentalities when you're in like a small town area. And it's also hard to not agree with them or do or like play them out as well. Like knowing what you can get away with just based on what your reputation is. Yeah. Small towns. Woo!
Just a small town girl.
And then on top of that, small Mormon towns. Then your last name's even more important. So, yay.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why you got full time on this spot.
Yeah. Because this guy's Mormon, and he's been to like LDS Family Services, which he then went and saw my grandmother, and she spoke to him about like his marital issues, and then went to school with my aunt, was taught by my grandfather throughout his schooling career, was best friends with my uncle. Yeah, so he knows my whole family. So basically, right after he called me, I called up my grandmother and was like, thanks for getting me a job. And she's like, what are you talking about? I was like, they didn't even interview me. They just called and said, how do I know you? I told them, and they said, you're hired. And she started laughing, and she's like, well, okay then.
It's like when you get told, you know, oh, if you know someone in a workplace, you'll get a job. If you do this, you'll get the job. And it's just like, I've had none of that luck.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much what it was.
Because you remember
That's
that?
how I got...
You remember the admin job I applied for, and it's like I've worked there as a volunteer for 5 years. Besides the existing admin, and I knew the boss of the company. My mum worked there as well, you know, and I still didn't get the job because someone else got it. He was from a different country because of the whole, you know, equality in the workplace. Even though that's not what they said, but it's like, yeah, you gave them so much chances to come to that interview, even though they weren't available for when the interview was actually supposed to be.
That's what it was for, and like that's the sad thing.
Mm.
But that's also how I got the job at the liquor store. Like Carrie told like Sheila, who was the one who hired me, that I was coming in. I showed in, gave her my resume, and said, hey, Carrie sent me. I spoke to her for 2 minutes, left the store. She called me and said, you're hired. Okay. Cool. It was comical. All my jobs I've gotten without doing an actual interview. I feel kind of spoiled. I've never, actually no way. My practicum, I had to do an interview, but the interview was like 5 minutes. And they didn't ask me any questions, but no, I know why I got that job. Never mind. Every job I've gotten has been through connections.
Yeah, the only job I got that was through a connection was my job at the courthouse.
Working at a courthouse is fun.
It wasn't that fun. I didn't enjoy it. But one of my closest friends, his mother, actually was the one who got me the job there.
Yeah.
And then we discovered the whole autism thing, and turned out I wasn't a very good fit.
Turns out, not for me.
Very much not for me. I'm not good at sitting at a desk focusing on work for more than an hour.
As long as I have music in the background or just some background noise, I could literally just stare at a wall for 8 hours and enjoy it.
With music, I could have done it. And I would sneak and try to listen to music while doing the job, but I'd get in trouble if I got caught. So eventually they ended up hiring me.
I'm actually thinking back now, that's actually kind of sad. I've never once had to do an interview. What is my life?
I suck at interviews. I suck at talking to people. Online, I have this personality that is very different from how I am in person. And it's so strange how different of a person I am here.
Oh, yeah. No, like, the internet's like a safe net. Well, like, not a safe net. It's not a safe space, but you know what I mean. Like, you're not, it feels like you're not actually talking to the person, but you are.
It's different from talking face to face, kind of.
Mm.
You know. It's like you have, like, this
You don't feel
wall
as
so you can...
judged.
No, like, me in real life, I am not extroverted at all.
Mm-mm. No, I'm far from
However, people don't believe that because in Discord, I can literally talk about everything openly and candidly. But in real life, no.
You see, it all depends on how well I know you. Like, in Discord, yeah, I'll talk about anything.
Yeah.
You won't be able to get me to shut up. But in real life, it's like if I know you very well, same thing. If I hardly know you, there's no.
Oh, yeah. That's why I hate parties, and I need to start going out to them more to meet new people if I want to actually date somebody. But like, I go to parties and I hide in a corner.
No, that's me.
Like, if I know somebody there, I attach myself to their hip.
Yeah.
Or it
And then-
actually depends on how drunk I am.
Or I'm very good. I'm very tall, but I'm very good at disappearing while not disappearing, like walking around and being a ghost. Or I just wander around being invisible, just listening into people's conversations. Oh. Like people watching, I love people watching. That is my favorite pastime.
Mhm.
Who needs
Like
reality
during-
shows?
Yeah, like during all my breaks at like university, sometimes my breaks were 4 hours. I would go to the, rather than going home, which was like a 20-minute walk away, I would go to the most busiest part of the campus and sit in chairs there and just people watch for 4 hours and just listen to their
Oh
conversations.
no,
as
that's
they're
too
having.
much.
Kitten says, I would never think you could be invisible.
I can be invisible, kitten.
No,
It's
what I
very
would
easy.
do is anytime I'd have breaks between classes, I would go either to the library or to some random part of campus where there's absolutely nobody and just sit down
Oh.
and read or.
No, I was a people watcher, and even while people watching, people didn't notice me. I had a few people like bump into me or accidentally sit down on me and being like, "Oh shit, I didn't see you there." I've been almost hit by cars because they didn't see me, even on my bike. I'm
5k
very
account,
good at
okay.
remaining
Yeah, you
I'm
need to get back
very
in your
good at
corner,
remaining
Tibbers, and make
invisible.
5k account.
and make what? 5K?
Yep.
I can't make 5K.
Yeah, sure you could.
I don't believe you can. You must.
No, I don't want to make 5K. If I wanted to make 5K today, you know what I would have to do? No, gross.
What 5k?
Kitten says she'll send you the rich dude. And she'll sell you to a rich dude.
Oh, okay. For just 5,000, you need to like at least sell me for a couple $100,000. I know what I'm doing, so therefore they won't have to teach me.
She says per day.
Oh, 5,000 per day? Yes. I will gladly take that deal. I know somebody who gets paid $600 a week, okay, to call somebody twice a day, once in the morning and once when they get home from work, and talk to them for half an hour.
Kitten says the 5k is for me, for her and me.
But I know somebody who's getting paid that just to talk to some guy for half an hour, for like
Really?
an hour and a half a day. $600 a week.
Not
Why
bad.
can't I have that? Just like that's absurd.
Do you know how much that would help out though to get $600 a week?
Yeah, and all you have to do is talk to some old dude for like an hour and a half a day. Like, call him in the morning, wish him like, hey, good morning. This is just like, I'm just calling to make sure you're like up and ready. I hope you enjoy work. Like,
Nice kid.
all like lovey-dovey girlfriendy. And then call them when they get home from work. And that's all you have to do to get $600 a week. Yes, please. $2,400 untaxed. Uh-huh. I'll take it. Because it just counts as a gift, so it doesn't have to be taxed. At least in the province I
Wow.
live in.
Yeah, no, that extra cash would definitely help out a hell of a lot.
Yeah, so you just get $2,400.
I didn't tell you, did I? Because I got in contact with Risa the other day.
Oh no.
Guess what her boss has decided to now do?
Fire her.
Nope, cut back everyone's pay.
Oh, not surprised.
So now Risa's struggling to make rent. So a lot of the people at the company want to quit. That's
I
great.
bet. Well, yeah, Kitten, if you're gonna sell me to somebody, at least, I at least want like, I want a minimum.
We should do that,
of
and then I can
There you go. Yes.
cover
let's do that.
payments.
I want to. I want 2,000. Okay, because I'm doing all the work. Okay. And then you and Riva can split the 3,000 remaining.
God, that free like half of like 3,000 is so useful right now. Like you have no idea.
There you go. You set it up. I'll do all the work. I'll get the money, and then that's what we'll do. Make it happen. You said you could do it. I'm expecting to hear results by tonight. It's a significant other when I'm getting money. That makes me sound like such a hoe.
I am tired of scrolling through Facebook and seeing so many people who died.
I haven't been on Facebook. Like, how old my picture, Riva? Like,
I have no
12
idea.
years now?
Probably,
like 13
yeah.
years now? No.
I
It's
kind of,
almost
I'm kind of
18
getting to the point where I
18
kind of
years.
want to remove some family members off the like main news feed because some of the stuff they post is really starting to piss me off a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the whole,
Like, my main...
you need to
I know
share
that.
this picture or this thing to say that you love so and so and your family, da 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 da. And I'm just like, how dare you? And some of it's been related to like your mother sort of kind of thing, and it's just like, excuse me,
Yeah.
bit insensitive, right? You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my profile picture is like 17 to 18 years old. That's how long it's been since I've realistically been on Facebook.
Dude, no, don't you? You're making so much fuss. My cat is going meow. Go run to the door. Meow. Runs back to
I
me.
even used
Meow.
it in high school when it was super popular.
What's
when
that?
everybody just added you. I said
Oh,
I never
yeah.
even really used Facebook, even in high school, when everybody just added you because, hey, we go to the same school, we're friends now. But then again, all my friends on Facebook were all women in the first place, so I wasn't... I'm surprised people didn't find out. Like this guy, he only has girls as friends. He only hangs out with girls, and every time he goes out, he's with 8 to 12 other women. He's straight. And then I was like, yes.
Clearly, you're just a womanizer.
But people thought I was dating Kristen anyway. Like, one of my best friends. Like, people were convinced we were sleeping together. Like, absolutely convinced.
And then me and her, being the trophy people we are, would just play it up. Like every lunch, like if people thought we were like being super lovey-dovey, she'd like sit on my lap. Like it was comical. Like we played up the sexual tension for people. Great. I had so much fun. I'm not a troll. That's why we got along, I think, because we were both just super trolls. Like, people think we're sleeping together. Let's just make out and just get like very, very close so people think we're just about to go off and do it, and then just stop and be like, I have to go to class. That's why I confuse people, because I can kiss women comfortably. Or I think women are attractive, which confuses straight men even more. Cat, stop clawing the bug frame.
Be right back.
Okie dokie dokie. But if Kitten could find somebody that would pay $5,000 a day, I'd be very impressed. Hell, I'd take that a month. So what are you doing right now, Reba?
Not much, just cooking some stuff up.
Oh, you're cooking fish and chips? I think like the two things that do all the vitamins, one of them was fish and chips, and I forgot what the other one was.
Oh, not me, I can't do it. Cat really wants either, like, I think she wants food and then she wants attention, so...
There was like two foods that would need to be cooked, and it gives you all the vitamins, like 20 of each. It was like fish and chips and another one whose name I cannot remember. It wasn't pork pie, because pork pie does one of the same things that fish and chips
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
That's what we're cooking right now. We cook pork pies and fish and chips.
Okay. Well, I was just going based upon stats. I don't know how many of the pork pies do, but either way, I was gonna start doing that, but I guess you're doing it. Good job. Can you set crew members to fish?
I don't know. Good question. Oh, give me a second, kitty.
Because that would be kind of useful if you could.
Is that Mom?
Pay them $1. Just pay them $1 to fish 24/7. And it's like you only get to eat berries, but you don't get any of the fish.
That's why you get them like rice, because they love rice. You just feed them rice. They'll be happy.
You just feed them berries.
But rice you can grow.
Yeah, but you can also but you get an exorbitant amount of berries with like on N4 though. So you just feed them berries. That's all they get to eat forever.
So I know this is a little bit early again today, but kind of don't feel like streaming too much today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it for today's stream. There will be another stream on Monday and Tuesday. That's the next day that the streams will be on. We'll try and get something put in place of what we can actually do, because I kind of feel like I'm just like putting around a bit too much at the moment. So I really need to give myself some plans on what to do on Atlas. But yes. Let's see, who can we raid today actually? That's a good question. PB Mac is streaming again, and he's streaming 7 days to die. Bits, more bits, all the bits. Thank you. Yeah, we'll give PB Mac a raid today. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's stream. So the next stream, as I said, will be on Monday, and then Tuesday. As long as nothing happens between then, of course. But yes, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.